Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today the next collection video is my books. All the big ass, brokey, bawdy, whatever you want to call them, books. So I've got it in it. So let's start off. I've got some books here and I've got books down there. So we're going to start off with Belladonna by Adeline Grace. This was such a good book, I really enjoyed this. Poison, mystery, romance, Ace of Spades. And that is the first book. To go on with that book as well, we did have the second book, which is called Foxglove. Again, amazing story, loved it. And wow, that's all I've got to say to it pretty much. Next up we have is Silver in the Bone by Alexandra Bracken. Now I did get rid of Law just because it didn't really pop out to me when I reread it again. So, but this one stayed with me, so that's always good. Touch knuckles. Just have to put that there for a minute. The next book is called The Second Death of Edie and Violet Bond by Amanda Glaze. So this is about two twins who goes into a circus. Sorry, not circus. They go into a kind of medium thing, and where they can go in between the lines of the void and basically connect other things, dangerous things. Boom. Then next up we have is What Walks These Halls by Amy Clarkin. So another kind of creepy mystery book. They were basically going through the Eichens house, and it was really good, it was amazing, and I really did enjoy this. Okay, next up we have is The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea by Axio. I enjoyed this book, it was really good. A girl that basically sacrifices for her brother, the guy he loves, because he loves the girl that was about to be sacrificed, but then she did it, and then she falls in love with the dragon, and just things happen, basically. Okay, so next up we have my Cassandra Clare set of The City of Bones by Litjoy Crate. I enjoy these. These are my favourites. They're amazing. Okay. Then we have City of Ashes. Look at them. Look at them. Then we have City of Glass. City of Fallen Angels. City of Lost Souls. There's Maya. And then City of the Heavenly Fire. Then we have is Lady Midnight, the first book one of Dark Artifacts. Second book is The Lord of Shadows. These, if I could say, these are Fairy Edition. Queen of Air of Darkness. And then a book I've just literally, because I'm doing a series where I reread and rewatch stuff, just reread The Chain of Gold, the first book of The Lost Hours, and it is a Fairy Edition. Amazing every time. So then the book I'm going to read once I've done all my books reading stuff today is actually going to be The Chain of Iron. So that's one book I will be reading today. Well, starting on. Right, in one second, I've got to move some books over here. Okay, going on to the next pile, we have the third book of the Chain of Thorns series as well by Cassandra Clare, and I cannot wait to read it already. It's going to be amazing. Then we have is The Twin Crowns by Catherine Doyle and Catherine Webber. This was my Fairy Edition, and then I had to buy this book because Fairy didn't do a second edition to this. And it's called Cursed Crowns. Now I believe there's a third book coming out of this. I'll probably tell you why the book's coming out, why they don't know if I'm getting them. Then we have is These Violet Daylights by Chloe Gong. This is a Fairy Edition. And Our Violet Ends, also by Chloe Gong. Then we have is The Devouring Grey by Christine Lynn Herman. Mystery gone bad. No, not bad. It's still just an interesting book. Then we have the second book, The Deck of Omens. No, Bruce Bridges, love that. Then we go to the third book called The Drowning Summers. No Bridges, no nothing. I was a little bit disappointed in that. Okay, next up we have is Lunar Paradise by Krista Rose. This is actually a series I got from Untitled Fandom, and this is smut, pretty much. We have the Lunar Luxury, Lunar Joy, and Lunar Chaos. There is a fifth book, by the way. Then I have Hunderland by Dana Clare. So this is basically a supernatural kind of retelling, basically. Kind of give you that vibe of it, which is really good. I mean, it's like really good. Then I have is The Buzzkill by Deborah Feller. I think there's a second book coming out. I can't remember exactly. It's a fairly edition. Then I have The Six Crimson Cranes by Elizabeth Lim, fairly edition. And going with the second book as well, we have The Dragon Promise as well. Then a book I got from Entitled Fandom, and it's going to be smart. This is called The Next Door Incubus by Emelina Rose. Amazing. Can't wait to read it. Pretty much. Okay, then finishing the series as well, we have The Demonic Desires and Queen of Lust. It's basically a girl gets have dreams about a demon, and then she finds out she's half demon, half angel. It's so good. Then we have also the same author. We have The Twins. This is about a human female literally going to train 2 alpha wolves basically group, and even though she's a human, these wolves cannot get the smell of her away from them. They are addicted to her, they want more, and she's addicted to them. I love it. Okay, next up we have is Sing Me to Sleep by Gabby Burton. This was a kind of siren song one, so she can't let anyone know that she's a siren unless they're kind, pretty much, otherwise she will get sliced and diced. Next up we have is The Heartless by Jenna Showalter. So I actually got this book in the Entitled Fandom book box, little paperback book as well. Second book to that series is called Heartless. I can't remember actually anything about these ones as well. Case are the unhinged one. The King of Midnight can drive anywhere to madness with his song. Cool. I can't remember that one actually. Also by the same author we have The Warlord. This is quite interesting to read, but this has been quite a long time ago. So a harpy and a god has wow, this one I can't remember either. Wow, that's a while ago. I cannot wait to read them. Then we have the second book, is called The Immortal, and then the third book, which is called The Phantom. Next up we have is Violence Made of Thorns by Jenna Chen. So this was an amazing book as well. So this one thing about me, if I like a book, I will that book will stay in my head, like to the point I'm like, I'm gonna remember it. But if there's a book that I'm like, okay, I can't remember that, like a few of these books, then I have to reread them again to understand why I like that book. So it's nothing like bad, I think. Okay, the next series we have is Melise by Heather Waters. This is a Sleeping Beauty retelling where the villain falls in love with the hero, Sleeping Aurora. Then we have the second book, which is called Miss Rule. I actually love the book. Then I have 5 Survive by Holly Jackson. One sniper trying to shoot out the secrets of these kids. Sign me up, please. Then we have is Woven in the Moonlight by Isabel Isban. This is a fairy edition, and I think it's from 2019. No, this is a 2020 book. I don't think I have any 2019 books. We have Written in Starlight also by Isabel Isban, and then we have Together We Burn, also by her. Next up we have is The Bright and the Pale by Jessica Rubin Kowalski. So this is a Russian folklore, which sounds amazing anyway. The second book to that is The Wrath and Mercy. Next book we have is A Forgery of Roses by Jessica L. Olsen. This was a good book as well. I did enjoy this. I think this is a mystery book. I can't remember. Then we have is Jade Fire Gold by the C.L. Tan. Then we have Murder of Crows by Kate Outram. So I do hope they do another series of this book, because I want to know how they became famous from this book. Because I wasn't in this book, and like they became famous because of self-inflicted murder, and then now something else is happening. I want to know more about that. By the same author, I have Darling. So this is a Peter Pan retelling, and to tell you the truth, I think most of my books I might have is Peter Pan retellings. Then I have is A Lust for Blood by K.C. Smith. Again, I'm not sure when the book 2's come out. If this book 2, there should be a book 2. There's no escape when the monster is you. But yeah. Okay, starting with a new series, we have Neon Gods by Katie Robert. This is kind of a Hades and Persona, I can't say her name, retelling. And it's that. Second book, we have Electric Idol, Wicked Beauty, Radiant Sin, and Cruel Seduction, and I think there is another book out as well. Next up we have is The Bone Cries Moon by Catherine Purdy. Cannot wait. I literally cannot wait to read it. When did I get this book? 2020. Wow. Second book to that series is The Bone Cries Dawn. Then the book we just recently got is The Forest Grimm. Then we have Her Buried Lives by Caitlin L. Duncan. Out. People who keep secrets don't very end well. Then we have is Shielded by Kaylee Flanders. Second book is Untethered. We have Anna Dressed in Blood by Kendra Blake. And the second book to that is The Girl of Nightmare, but also by Kendra Blake. And I do have another book by her, which is going to be All These Bodies. That is going to be a book I'll be reading this year. Then we have The Kingdom of the Wicked by Kerry Maniscalco. Just going to butcher these names. We have Kingdom of the Curse, Kingdom of the Feared, and then we have Threads That Bind by Kiki Zopolo. Don't know how to pronounce that. Then I have The Borrow a Bookshop Holiday by Kylie Dunbar. Did enjoy this one. That was definitely something I wouldn't really go for as well. Then we have Our Vengeful Souls by Christine McManus. This is one of my books I've been on my my Amazon wish list for a while, and when I saw this could have been unplugged, I was like, oh my god, yes, I need it now. And then we have The Bone Spindle by Lindsay Vender. So this is a Slim Beauty retelling, but it's basically switched genders. So the hunter and the princess basically is the woman, and the prince is the one who's under a spell. And then the second book to that is The Severed Thread, and then there is actually a third book coming out. which I cannot wait for. Next pile. Okay, on to the next series. We have These Hollow Vows by Lexi Ryan. And These Twisted Bonds. Then we have is What We Devour by Lindsay Miller. We have Forest of Souls by Laura Emily. I believe there's going to be a third book of this series. I think. Then we have Is It Broken Web, the second book. Then we have The Lake's Edge by Liesl Clipstone. And then we have The Forest Fall as well. Next up we have is Spice Road by Maya Ibrahim. Sorry, I can't say that name. Do apologise. Put that on there. Then I have The Poison Season by Maya Rutherford. The Girls from Hush Cabin by Marie Hall Kenny. Then we have Enchanted Fandoms. We have The Enchantment of Ravens by Margaret Robertson. Sorcerer Thorns. These are all fairy editions, by the way. And The Mysteries of Thorn Manor. Then our Great Edition, we have Vespertine. Then we have is Truth in Blue by Mara Abmel. We have Bonesmith by Nikki Papoa Petro. Then we have The Never King by Nikki St. Crow. This was from Enchanted Fandoms. This is a Peter Pan retelling, and this is very, very, very spicy. We have the second book, which is The Dark One. Third book, The Vicious Darling. And the fourth book is The Fae Princes. And then we have a other book, kind of book, by the author by Ink and Feathers. It's just like different stories from each of the books she's done. Then I have is Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarrow. So I do have The Iron Flame, but I won't be reading that till next year. Gotta get my books in first this year. So there's that one. I'm going to run out of space to put anything in a minute. Yay. Then I have Wicked As You Wish by Rin Chipuko. I'm finally going to be able to get the paperback, the second book of this book, next month of December the 7th. Finally going to read the second book to this. I've been waiting for so long for this. Then I have The Night We Burned by S.K. Kofa. Bite Risk by S.J. Wills. The Violet Season by Sarah Walters. Serpent and Dove series by Shelby Mohern. Blood and Honey. God and Monsters. The book I just recently got as well is The Scarlet Veil as well. Then we have is Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. And The Ballad of Never After also, and I've got the third book of this coming as well. Then we have Daughter of the Moon Goddess by Sue Lantan, and the second book, which is Heart of the Sun Warrior. Then we have got My Killer Vacation by Tessa Bailey, which can't wait. Then we have The Shadows Between Us by Tricia Levisalem. There's a second book coming out of this book, and it's going to be about the sister from the main character. Yes, please. The darkness within us, something like that. Then we have The Blade of Secrets and Master of Iron. And then lastly we have Only a Monster by Vanessa Len and Never a Hero by the author. That is pretty much all my books I have so far. I think I've just got my pre-orders coming this year. I've got 2 pre-orders and a book box that will be coming from Unplugged for December's box. But it could arrive in January next year. We'll see. But that is all my books. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Bye.